50% of your time without any eligibility for parole, which means you cannot summons or petition the parole board to get out before you serve 85%. So, for example, Mr. Cloud, that means that if someone is convicted to, let's say the sentence carries 40 years or more, but they're convicted at 10 years, they have to serve 8.5 years of their sentence.
Is it correct to say that at the present time, our state prison system is operating at a deficit?
That is absolutely correct, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Mr. McLeod, because our director, John Osmond, had said even in our current condition, before we pass this bill, he's in jeopardy of having to close 3 institutions currently without us passing this bill now.
Now, what is the reason that he is at risk of closing from prison? Why is that?
Because this great body, its infinite wisdom and great knowledge, has refused to adequately fund our prison system. We want to lock up people, but we don't want to adequately fund the prison system for our correction officers to take care of the folks that we lock up. We spend so much money locking people up as opposed to if we were to put that money into our educational system on the front end, we wouldn't have to spend so much money on the back end.
Did you tell us earlier what year the 85% law was passed?
That was 1996 Truth and Sentencing Law.
Truth and Sentencing was 1996. But can you refresh my memory? Since 1996, has the prison population increased or has the prison population shrunk?
Well, of course, I'm glad you mentioned that, Mr. McLeod. The prison population has not decreased. It's actually increased dramatically. Here's why. Currently, we are locking up more non-violent offenders than ever, which means, in essence, we have a lot of people who have substance abuse problems, for instance, drugs and alcohol. And those people, we should not allow them to get away scot-free because if they commit a crime, then they need to be punished adequately for those crimes. But I think we can have some alternatives to show them the right way and rehabilitate them as opposed to warehousing, as opposed to calling the South Carolina Department of Corrections.
Civil court would be an avenue for that approach?
That's correct. If we institute the middle court, that would be a step in the right direction to coming up with some alternative sentencing as opposed to locking up non-violent offenders, which is still in our prison system. And not to cut you off, Mr. McLeod, but we just took a